And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Now, I know you're never supposed to judge a book or game by its cover, but I did that when it came to Royals. I saw the cover, I was like, oh, okay, well. And then I saw the game set up, and I thought, okay. But Peter Hawes is the designer, and Peter has designed Francis Drake and Triassic Terror, and I like his stuff. I heard that this was a redone version of Heads of State, but I never played Heads of State. So I sat down to play this game, and wow, was I blown away. I know I'm giving my opinion away before I show you this game, but I'm really fascinated by it because I like area control games. There's not many straight up ones. Let me show you this one. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hook you in here because I want you to look at this game and just, anyhow, it's really fun. It doesn't look as fun as it is. Anyway, here. On the board, there are different countries that are shown. Here we have Spain, France, the German states, and Britain. And there's different people in each of those. And those people are represented here on the side of the board, too. You have king, princess, cardinal, duke, countess, baron, and marshal. And there's various of those folks around the board. Now, what you do on your turn is you must draw cards. You can either draw 3 of these influence cards. You can draw from the face-up ones or from the face-down deck. Or you can draw 1 influence card and 1 intrigue card. Now these influence cards match the colors of the 4 different countries out there, and you're only allowed to have 12 in your hand. And after you're done drawing, you can you can only have 12 in your hand at the end of a turn. After you're done drawing, you can play cards that you have. So let's say I have 5 yellow cards and I want to play those. Well, I'm going to play yellow cards down in this region here, and so I have 5 of those, and I have some choices that I can do. It costs 3 cards to put a cube here on the countess. It costs 2 cards to put one here on the baron. But I have 5 cards, so I'm going to put one here on the cardinal here in Barcelona. Now, when I do that, a couple things happen. First of all, since I'm the first person to put a cube anywhere down here, I get to take this. This is worth 3 points at the end of the game. Hooray. I also, since I put my cube on a cardinal, will put 1 cube on the cardinal over here to show that I've taken 1 cardinal. Nobody else can just take that cardinal unless they play an intrigue card. For someone else to take this cardinal from now on, they're going to have to play one of the intrigue cards, and there are different color cards. This one can work in Spain or in Germany. So you'll see that many of the cards are dual color cards. So I can play this, and then I would also have to play 5 yellow cards to take your spot. So I'd have to play 5 yellow cards and a yellow intrigue card. And then I would move your cube here and put one of mine there and take that cardinal away from you. I won't get the points for being there first, but I will get to put a cube here on the cardinal. Now, players are going to be doing this. Eventually, the deck is going to run out. When the deck runs out, we are going to see who has the most influence in each of the different areas. Now, the influence in each area is very important because that's going to show you who's going to get points that round. So let's say the orange person had cubes here, and the purple person had cubes there, and white had a cube here, and a cube here. Now we're going to look and see how much influence each of these people has. So here, the orange player has 2, nothing here, 4. The purple player has 6, the king gives 4, and the cardinal gives 2, and the white player has 2. So the purple player is first, so we go over here, and the purple player will take 7, and the orange player will get 4. And these are, again, point tokens. And you would do that 3 times over the course of the game, scoring in each country. Also, the first person who gets a cube in each spot, even if you've been ousted from your spots, you see orange has one here, here, and here. If orange can oust the king and get a cube there, then orange will have a cube in all 4 spots, and they'll take this point token here. The second person to get a cube in all 4 spots will get this point token there. If you also manage to get a point token on all the different personages, so king, princess, cardinal, duke, countess, baron, and marshal, if you get 1 cube on each one of those, then you'll take the 16 point token. The second person to do that gets 12, and then 8. You can also, when placing cards out, if you have 3 cards of the same color, you can use that to, 3 reds can equal 1 yellow when putting cubes out. You can also use 2 intrigue cards to put out an intrigue card of any color. And it takes 2 intrigue cards to displace a king. After the third time the deck has been run through, and you take these tokens again, you simply will score everything. You'll take all the tokens that you've gotten. The first person to go to each area gets a token. The first person to get a cube in each area gets tokens. All these tokens you'll add together, and these tokens over here, plus whoever has the most cubes on each percentage will take it. So Orangewood here would get 14 points for having the most princesses. There's a tie here, so this is kind of cool. You'll take the cardinal, break them in half, and give each person 6 points. And you add up all your points, and whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. See, the thing about Royals here is that it's like multiple levels of area control going on. It's very simple. When I teach it to people, they're like, oh, it's kind of like Ticket to Ride as an area control game. Bingo! That is exactly what it is. It's you are sitting there and you're saying, okay, do I want to do easy short stuff first? Like quick put out a whole bunch of cubes and take all those point tokens. That's a very valid strategy. Get a lot of these small point tokens. Or do I want to go for the really big point tokens? That's all I'm concentrating on. Another valid strategy. Or do I want to have the majorities over on all those people over there? There's different things you're doing, and it's simply collecting cards, rummy style, and playing sets of those cards. And do you want to collect a whole lot of one color to go for the big one? Or do you want to collect smaller amounts and go there first? Do you want to take something from somebody else? Which isn't as negative as it sounds, because it doesn't really hurt you that much when someone takes something away from you, except when they're trying to control those at the end of each round. And those points are not insignificant. They're very neat. And I like how all the numbers, it's mathematically sound. Like England, first place is 8, second place is 3, while in Germany, first place is 6, second place is 5. So Germany's a more solid bet than England, but England has that really big, it's 8. So should I waste a lot of my red cards and put them up in there? Solid game. Man, I've played this game many times. I've demoed it to many people, and I haven't seen people who were super excited when the game started, but I haven't had one person who's disliked this game yet. This is like a gateway to area control games. It is great. It's easy to add up all the stuff at the end. You just take all your counters and add them. There's no, all right, we need to do the money bonus. None of that. You just add up all your stuff. And I mean, as silly as this is, where here's the princess who's worth 14, break her in half, each person gets 7. That's not something that needed to be in the game, but it works again. So when you're walking by and you might see Royals, you might go, doesn't look that interesting, but it is. Theme, it's kind of there, I suppose. This game is all about the control of countries, the control of people. I might say, well, I'm going to go and have the most princesses so I can get these 14 points. Or I want to be the first person to get 1 in every person. Each time I play, I try different strategies, and they all seem very sound, and it's a very simple concept. Your turn comes up very quickly. It's very in your face when you're playing with 2 players, and still works well with the full complement of 5. If you can't tell, I really enjoy this game. It's currently only available from a bag of Spiel, but I've heard tales that you'll be able to get it in America. It has English rules in it as it is now, though. Definitely check it out. Royals. Dice Tower Judgment. Excellent.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.